Hey guys, you ready for some cringe? Now, anytime we do these videos, Garb always messages me within 12 hours, begging us to stop. So
I don't know where you guys find this stuff. Also, comment section, my mic is just fine. All right. It's on his side. He does some kind of bullshit. This time, I'm recording the audio.
All right, so if my audio's trash, then you can laugh at Garbu.
Absolutely.
But, all right, but let's jump into this. Let's see what happens. Garbu, try not to swear so much, but we'll just get there. So you got to
swear so much. Okay.
I mean, it would be nice to be monetized, but like you're asking a lot from these videos to be monetized anyway. So
yeah. Dated a guy with man boobs, and instead of wanting head, he put his nipple in my mouth and moaned, "Drink daddy's milk." Traumatized. Like, I actually hear it. "Drink daddy's milk, my little Asian queen." Like, it's, if that was a man who's lactating, that's so many issues off the bat there.
Well, can men lactate?
Some men can lactate, yes.
No, they cannot.
Yeah,
oh my God,
there's actually some like articles on it about men who can lactate, and it's just it's fucking.
You know what?
Drink daddy's milk.
I think I'll just take your word for it. I don't really want to Google that. I thought you would enjoy this one.
Yeah. I start crying when I'm taken out of densely populated areas. Greetings, I'm a 19-year-old agender human. I fucking hate this shit so much. I lived in Manhattan. Well, there you go. There you go.
This is like reverse Garb.
It's like reverse Garb, bro, my entire life. I really have no desire to leave. Since I was young, when I've been taken to rural suburban areas, I've started crying. There's something about them that makes me really hate them. They feel so boring and lonely. Whenever I'm there, I get worried that I'm not going to be able to leave, or sad because I know they exist. She's there sitting in their room like, suburbans exist! Suburbia exists! Ah! It's like the corn syrup meme. Come out, suburbia exists! I hate rural areas! I hate rural areas!
Yeah, that's
even now that I'm an adult, I just start crying or panicking when I'm there. Like, will they drive by a gas station with trees and fucking freak out? Like, this is so stupid.
But again, normally you'd be like, this is ridiculous. No one's actually.
It has to be fake, right?
Yeah, well, that's you know what? That's what gets me through these videos a lot of the time. Anytime me and Megan do these, I come to the end of it. It's like, thank God none of these are real. I hope, and I like to just keep I keep it in my head. It's like, no, these are fake. These aren't real. Don't be ridiculous. No one would actually be like this. This can't be. No.
But then that small wiggle of doubt's like, what if there's one out there and they're breeding? Deeply regret dating men on personality/interest compatibility instead of physical attraction. I wish people would stop telling women that they don't need robust sexual attraction to their partners for happiness. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, you kind of do. Like, let's be serious. You do need to find your partner attractive.
Well, yeah, to say that part of your partner's attraction isn't physical is fucking stupid. There are two sides to this sweet cookie cream sandwich. There's you like who they are, you like how they look. That's a perfect cookie sandwich.
I feel like the biggest problem with a lot of these is there's a lot of guys and a lot of girls that go after people that they're no way compatible with, but they look really nice, so it's like, yeah, I want you. You know what I mean? It's like, don't be silly. Don't be ridiculous. Like, these people are complete opposites. You've got nothing in common. You aren't going to get along, but I really want you to suck my dick. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I see anyway.
Look, this is gonna sound very evil of me, but I did date an ugly chick once, just to see what it'd be like. Like, she was the exact opposite of what I would look for in a woman, and I've never met a more eager female in my life. In terms of like dating, like, she would do fucking anything, and I was like, this is wrong. This
is immoral on so many levels. Please make it stop. This needs to stop.
So let's read this book. I want to share my perspective here so that I can see where others stand and perhaps provide a counterweight to the countless advice for women to give ugly men a chance.
I mean, how ugly are we talking here? You know, the thing is, there's a lot of things you can do to make yourself not half as ugly. You know what I mean?
Well, just take care of yourself.
Yeah, like, see if you just don't smell like asshole. You've done yourself a big favor. Just put that out there.
So unless you genetically roll a 2, you can go to the gym, work out. There are things you can do to look more attractive.
Yeah.
Just some guys out there, you go, oh, sweetheart, when you see him, because there's no helping them. And and it sounds mean, it sounds evil, but it's just how it is. Sometimes the dice just don't pan out, and you look like a fucking troll. And the worst part is, those guys are some of the most successful guys because they know, you know what? I am ugly, but I can be rich.
I don't know, I am. You can still be a jacked troll, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, usually those guys find they find their comfort in sport or hobby. But anyway, I've just come out of a year-long phase of dating men based on their personality/interest compatibility, despite their less than ideal physical attractiveness, in and out of the periodic lockdowns from Coof. Yeah. My friends advised me on this because I hooked up after a while with a very beautiful guy with whom I had nothing in common and was left unsatisfied. There's 2 sides to this cookie sandwich.
Oh no.
You must have grape jelly or jam with your peanut butter. You can't just have peanut butter, or it's not.
You know what the thing is? I think we've talked about this before. Well, not me and you, but me and Megan have on the channel, where it's kind of like, even with role-playing games, you can work this in. I honestly, without question, you can most definitely say, even if I'm not a fan, you can most definitely say that Matt Mercer is a great DM. You know what I mean? I'm going to assume he's pretty good, and it would probably be a treat to be able to play in one of his games.
Well, if he was allowed to go off script, yeah, because right now he's being controlled by a fucking collective, but go ahead.
Yeah, but would I want to be in one of his games? Would we be able to mesh? Probably not. Probably no. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know. Just to keep it on slight topic from the channel, because I love it when we do these videos. It's like, where's the role playing in this?
Where is the role playing? Well, knowing how most D&D guys look is probably fits in.
I mean, I count myself on this, alright? So, alright.
So I decided to listen to them and go out with a string of men with whom I was not physically attracted to, but shared many common interests with me and could talk to me. Now, after a while, I did develop some sexual attraction towards them. The emotional connection did make me want to sleep with them more than I had initially. Sometimes the sex was good enough to make me think a relationship was possible, but now I deeply regret it. I realized that after a while I grew very cranky towards these men. I was a lot less willing to please them during sex. Every time I contemplated my desire for them, it was like a mental exercise instead of something natural that just came to me because you were forcing it. For instance, I met this guy who was overweight but nice, interesting and charming, and while I did not want to have sex with him to some degree, I did not care to blow him to completion because the stomach was on the back of your head. Yeah, I get it. It sounds mean, but sometimes a girl doesn't want to feel your Dunlap on her neck as she's fucking blowing you. The task itself was a chore. Looking at him gave me very little mental pleasure. I got tired very soon, was not into it for any reason other than I wanted to please him. I think he was pissed at me afterwards. I felt like I was very bad at sex. Now, after a year-long experiment, I can feel myself bursting with desire to touch, kiss, and bury myself into a beautiful man. And I can't help feeling angry with the men I slept with during this year, even though I know it's not their fault. I cannot imagine settling in a relationship where the physical attraction is not robust. The whole women are not visual thing. It's just a myth, to be honest. Based.
I mean,
because it's true.
Yeah, it works both ways. Let's be serious.
Well, saying it's the thing is, men love cheesecake and girls love beefcake. It is what it is. And what you can, there are ways to mitigate the problems. I remember from the age of 10, I started watching sports just to gawk at guys. I like volleyball Olympics with women for the exact same reason. Anyway, so because of this myth, so many straight men just refuse to groom themselves at all, believing that it isn't important to women. Just having the right haircut can really improve your sex life, which is true. Ask me how. Not only when you're dating around, but also already in a long-term relationship. Anyway, sorry, my rant. But she is correct. She is absolutely correct.
I feel like this is a good one to put in because sometimes I feel like whenever me and Megan are doing these let it cringe videos, I feel like we are kind of being a bit too harsh and very one-sided because we never really do it from the other perspective at all. You know what I mean? And let's be serious. If you smell like ass, there was a really good one. Do you know this guy? Avenger Satanis. He does he's a writer, so he does role playing games and whatnot, and he he wrote a book called How to DM Like a Fucking Boss, right? And I'm not even joking. There's a big section about how to wash yourself in it, which I thought was fucking hilarious, to be honest with you. And, apparently like, it sold very well. Yeah, I think it's on drive-thru, so if that's what you guys are interested in, check it out. But, honestly, like, it's a very two-way street. You know, if you're not attracted to someone, you're not attracted to them, and, like, what else can be said about the situation?
Like,
you know what I mean?
You got to find both sides of the cookie. If not, you're going to be forcing it, and you're going to mentally tire out extremely quickly, which is what happened with me dating my little experiment. I just, like, I had to force myself to, like, interact with her at all. She's a very lovely girl, don't get confused, but it was mentally taxing going, I am not attracted to you at all, no matter how fat your ass is, and I am dying on the inside. Please kind of come to think of it, actually a similar one happened. So one of my friends, he's very successful. He works for an engineering company. He's recently got into property investment and whatnot. Yeah. And he's a year younger than me and whatnot, but he just can never go out with a girl any longer than like 2 months. He's one of those people. He just gets, and he's like, he's quite good looking. You know what I mean? And this would have been maybe last January, February, around about that time. And he said he was talking to this girl, but the problem was, he said he got on really well with her. Really could talk to them about anything, but he just wasn't attracted to them at all. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, what can you do? You know, it's just going to end in tears. Let's be serious. I don't think you can force that type of stuff. No, you know what I mean? It must happen.
I don't think it's fair on either party, if I be honest with you. You know.
Hey guys, sorry for interrupting your video, but I'm sure you've already heard by now that we have our first ever Kickstarter up and live. It's the Gas Station Tabletop Role-Playing Sourcebook. It's got this many days left. I don't know how many days is left, but this is how many's left. It's a one-off print. So once this Kickstarter's finished, we don't intend to do another print.
Unless there's overwhelming numbers of people that really want it. We intend this to be a one-off thing. We might print it again in like 3-4 years' time.
Who knows? But if you're interested, you can check out the video link below that's showing everything in it and everything you need to know about it. Thank you so much for your support and everyone that's pledged so far, and let's get back to the video. And today's lucky winner is this guy. Well done! Well done! To claim your prize, just send an email to neckbeardia@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the video.
I feel like, I don't know if me and Megan did this one before, but we've done a couple where, like, about my wife's...
Oh, he runs it! What the fuck?
Yes! Yes!
Okay, here we fucking go. Alright. I run my wife's OnlyFans as maybe more depressed than ever.
That's probably not good. You know, the thing is, like, how bad do you have to be for money for this to actually be, like...
Well, like, I mean, if you're that desperate, I get it, sure. But, like, you know...
Do you really need to be? Do you have to be?
Yeah, like, there are other things you can do. For sure.
Yeah.
We're practically on the rocks emotionally and sexually. I'm depressed, she's depressed and acting out. We barely hug, we never kiss, and forget sex. I'm starved for affection and she's completely emotionally shut down. Honestly, we're probably on the verge of divorce. She wanted to start one for money and exhibitionism, and in my insecurity, I told her I'd love to help because I can't stand the thought of other guys messaging her all the time. I'd rather be in...
Why do you have to be like, no, and lock her in the fucking shed like a normal human being?
Is this the guy who, like, sends convos to the guys who message her? That's what I'm wondering, because I've read something like this. But
apparently it's really common.
It's common? No, don't do that. No, come on, bro.
No, apparently for like OnlyFans, it's like there's so many. Apparently there's like tons and tons of like. No, I'm not even joking. Like Indian sweatshops set up for OnlyFans. No, I'm not making that up. You're more than likely talking to some Indian.
Saying the thing is though, this sounds like a breakdown of communication when they don't want to talk. This is what I got into with my wife before I went to therapy, where we weren't talking at all. We were both depressed thanks to the coof. We weren't communicating with each other, and it's kind of like a landmine field where a problem comes up, right? And comment section, calm down, all right? This is a bit of guard lore for you. So say there's a giant minefield, and a problem pops up, and now you're holding this mine. Now, the longer you hold this mine, the more explosive it gets. However, if you work together, you can take the mine apart and only risk maybe a little bit of hurt if something happens wrong. It's a very small mine where it starts out. But people are afraid to hurt each other. for some reason. So what they do is they bury the mine. Okay, cover it up. And this mine is slowly growing underground. Now, after a year of this shit, you have a huge minefield in front of you, and eventually someone's gonna step on a fucking mine and blow you all the fucking kingdom come. It's why you just have to talk to each other. And these
I feel like
and these two are these two are clearly having money problems, I guess, and they're not talking to each other. They're not fucking. They're not kissing. There's clearly a huge issue here, and unfortunately, they choose OnlyFans to try and sort the issue out. Like there are better ways to do that. But go ahead. You're gonna say something.
No, I feel like, especially when it comes to like people. A lot of people don't get the point of like an argument. You know what I mean? It's like you're arguing because you just want to shake the latest or whatever. Like, you know, you're not coming to any form of, you're not actually explaining yourself or why you're angry or anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually getting across the reasoning behind that, you know, and I don't know, it's difficult for a lot of people, you know what I mean? A lot of people do have a lot of problems with that. But let's get into this guy's issues, because these seem like way to hand.
Jesus. So
I do all the legwork.
I'd rather be involved and know exactly what's going on than be uninvolved and let my imagination run wild. I do all the legwork. I set up the photo shoots, the lighting, I process all the images and videos, I hold the camera, set up props, everything.
I hold the camera.
This is like third-party cucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it is. I run the OnlyFans page and all the social media. I post all the content, come up with marketing, and message all the subs. I even handle the sexting.
I mean, like, that's going to make anyone depressed. Like, let's be serious. You know, I don't know, that's shocking.
Half the guys want to get their rocks off. The other half are lonely and just want a pretty girl to talk to. Either way, we get money. Either way, they're talking to me. I get no joy from it other than the thrill of watching my wife be the sexiest person I've ever known. Watching her strip and writhe and come, but not for me. for money from strangers. And she apparently honestly doesn't care at all about herself or about me. All this for a couple of $100 a week.
Oh my god.
That's it?
Like, yeah. See, that's one of the things that kind of like, can you imagine being one of these girls that's like 18 or whatever, and you sign up and you start doing it and you're not even successful and you sell pictures of your asshole for like a $5?
Well, I mean, to be fair though, you gotta have the right body for it. Like, you gotta have a succubus body in order to pull men in. It is what it is.
I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, there are three kinds: a thinkubus, a succubus, and a thickubus. Those are the three bodies you need to pull men in and make money off of that shit.
I like the way you've got it into categories, I must say.
Hey man, I'm a professional. All right.
Yeah, all right. Okay. You know what? Actually, we were saying, like, you know what, you guys, I gave this idea to Garbu a while back, and Garbu says, "No, I'm not going to do that." I said to Garbu it would be really funny, so he did that. Remember, you dressed up as the maid with cat ears?
Yes.
Why doesn't Garbu do a tasteful nudie calendar, but like with stuff in front of his dick and shit? You know what I mean? I think that shit would be fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? Like,
chat. So comment section. If I get enough pull for it, sure, I will do a partial nudie Neckbeardia calendar for you. Fuck.
Tell you what, we should do it as a Kickstarter, right? And
do it as a Kickstarter.
No, do it as a Kickstarter. It's like, right, if we raise that much money, I'll fucking do it then. You know what I mean? How's that sound?
The problem is, if it was a Kickstarter, I'm going like a full boudoir photos probably if need be. Anyway, so moving on from that depressive thought.
So it's on the table. It's on the cards. Okay, guys, it's on the cards.
Jeez. An update on my I Met My Wife's OnlyFans post. I have talked to her about the OnlyFans and my insecurity regarding it. I kind of more or less read my post word for word. She broke down and cried. We both admitted that we're on very rocky ground in the relationship, and that while she enjoys making content, it's not that she enjoys getting naked for other people. It's more about money and a little power trip for her. Yes, that tracks. She did say that we've let our relationship fall to the wayside, and I brought up counseling. She said we both have a lot of built-up resentment from not communicating for several years, the landmine analogy, right? And that she was on the verge of falling out of love with me altogether. We had a long talk, and I think we understood each other. See, if you just communicate and stop planning fucking landmines,
No, you don't get it. I need to take pictures of my wife and post them online.
Tasteful butthole pictures, guard bro. God.
Yeah. Look, I've already got your outfits picked out for each season.
Shh.
Okay.
Today you're slutty Santa. It's November. We got started early, dear.
Yeah.
I want to stuff you like a Thanksgiving turkey. Anyway, we are starting counseling together next week. So on the relationship front, we were working on it. Last night, we cuddled and fell asleep together like we haven't in a long time. By just communicating, she's still working on being more intimate with me. She's very closed off when it comes to that, and it takes a long time for her to open up, but she is actively working on it. And we're now both on medication for depression, so it's a work in progress. It's going to be a long road. There's a lot to do. Now my new confession. I still want to fuck her. Badly. So I found a loophole in the system. She offers... stop.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. No, this is the thing. These people almost deserve fucking misery. You know what I mean? Come on. Like,
So,
at some point,
he's playing the game. I already know. So I've read ahead. I'm gonna call it. He's gonna pretend to be someone else and ask for her to fuck her husband. Probably. Okay, so I made an OnlyFans account under a fake name. We'll call it Brad.
No, you should have called it Chad.
Chad, yeah. I was going to say Chad.
You don't call it Chad.
And subscribe to her account and use a credit card she doesn't know I have. Now we're getting like subterfuge. Then I DM'd her about videoing some custom content with a partner and sent her details on how Brad would like to see her get fucked. 10 minutes later, he's paying for sex with his own wife. He's what he's doing. He's paying for sex with his own wife. No.
Oh my god. That's
what?
So bad.
What kind of 40 sex chest bullshit is this?
This is the modern man, Garbu. This is the modern man.
Now, here's the wacky part, though. He's paying with his credit card, so he's paying himself to pretend to be someone else to pay for sex. Jesus, what a tangled web this is. So 10 minutes later, I get a text from her asking if I'd like to be in a video and spelling out all the details that Brad just sent to her. So I'm not proud, but I'm going to get some wild-ass sex later, so that might help heal the pain.
No, it's not going to heal anything. I don't know where to tell you. I think you should just start again.
And yes, it does point out an insecurity I have where she doesn't want to go. Where she doesn't want to be intimate with me. But when there's money involved, she's down to go to Pound Town, and that makes me feel really crappy at the moment. But I doubt I'll be worried when I get my dick sucked though. So Merry Christmas to me. This man said, "Hold up, I found a loophole. I'll pay for sex with my own wife and get paid to have sex with my own wife." Being paid by me? What? Ugh.
To me?
Yeah.
That is.
I'm glad to see the counseling worked.
I mean, there was an attempt. Not much of an attempt, but let's be serious. That's appalling. You know, I'll just say it again.
This is so depressing. My God.
See if your life gets this fucked. I don't know, man. I think,
if your life gets this fucked, just call Garbro. I talk to you for free. You can ask 30 different people who call me every week. I'll talk to you for free. I'll put my phone number down below. If you're in a bad place like this, don't pay your wife to fuck you. Just call Garbro. I'll walk you guys through it. Please, I beg you.
Anything but this.
Anything but this.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not much worse. What is there? Okay, you know what? That's a stupid question. There is worse. I just haven't thought of it.
It also shows how easy to manipulate his wife is with some guy named Brad. I want you to fuck your husband, and it's just like she's like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll do it.
I was never gonna do it beforehand, but
now there's money involved. It's like, it's cringe. It's cringe. It's fucking cringe, Morty.
It's beyond cringe. It's I think it's just fucking sad, if to be honest with you.
Let's end this on a high note.
I don't know where else to go with that. And that's just fucking depressing. But we do have one video as a bit of a one for the palate cleanser. I thought it was really funny, and I've been saving this one for a while. So let's do this one, won't we?
You read the title because you're gonna enjoy this one, I think.
How do I get my boyfriend to stop digging his tunnel?
Dig tunnel. So I know this is a weird question, but my boyfriend likes to spend a lot of his free time digging a tunnel on some property that he inherited. I haven't seen the full extent of it, but last I saw it was remarkably deep under the surface. He spent roughly a year on it, and it's evident. The front of the thing is deep, wide, and well put together. Sounds like my wife.
I shouldn't say that, Garfield.
She spent roughly a year on it. And at the front, which is on the part that I've seen, also, ain't related. She's got cement beams, electric lights, even chairs, and a small table base. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
A bunker. Even be like the guy wants to have a bunker. Let him have a bunker. I said to Megan,
I would kill for a time like this.
I would love a bunker. Like,
I know.
all night long. If I had the money, I would have a bunker in my house.
Well,
and Megan was like, "No, you don't need a bunker. That's absolutely stupid." And then the whole thing with Eastern Europe happens. It's like, "Yeah, James, we should probably look into getting a bunker." It's like, "Ha! What did they tell you?"
See, I think the Hobbit home is comfy as fuck. You got the door and the windows. You're under the earth. Haven't gone into it, but it looked like the quality severely dropped as the tunnel went further. Well, no shit. Mostly becoming open dirt with some wood beams holding it up is how tunnels work. My biggest concern is his safety. I'm really worried that he's going to dig too deep and find a Balrog, and it'll collapse on him or something. I've tried voicing this concern to him, but he just laughs it off and reassures me that he'll be fine. I like this guy's attitude. Like, babe, it's my tunnel. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I got like, sweet, don't, like, what are you worried about? You know?
Aside from safety concerns, there's also the fact that he doesn't really have a social life because of this thing.
You're saying that as if that's a bad thing, almost like
reject humanity, embrace tunnel.
Like the guy just wants to be a dwarf, right?
I know.
Live out his fantasies.
He's about that dwarf life.
Yeah, exactly.
What she should do is find him more tunnel dwarf friends and make his own social group. He'll be safe.
Exactly.
He'll be safe with other people. They can work together. The win-win.
Sing songs.
Sing songs and drink ale.
yeah, exactly.
It used to be that he'd occasionally head out and do some digging on the weekends. He's a weekend digger. If I wasn't single, if I wasn't married, I'll fucking marry this man. No joke. Like we're not tunnel bros. But now he spends almost all his free time out there. He still comes home, but he barely spends any time with me. And I know that he isn't doing anything but digging that damn hole in the ground. Imagine how shredded this dude is, just digging like a miner every day. Yeah. Like I bet this guy could go on /fit and be a fucking stunner. Because if you're working a pickaxe and digging in the dirt for 8 hours a day or some shit, like you're gonna have pretty good cardio going on.
Yeah, you most definitely will. Honestly, see digging holes, it kicks back at you. I really just don't think a lot of people realize that until you actually start digging holes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this is so much more than I expected. It's so much worse than I expected.
He's always really happy when he comes back from digging, which is why I haven't seriously tried to stop him before. But I was talking to a friend about him, and she told me he might be going crazy. The man just likes digging. Let my man dig.
I mean, I see no harm in this unless he kills himself by accident. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine like you're like, a good day of progress, 14 feet in one day. Man, he's like all chuffed up and like walking along all proud and shit. Like this is totally wholesome. I don't get it.
Hey, but I want to know how big.
I know, like I want to see the tunnel. Show me the tunnel, bitch.
I mean, like, where's the pictures at? You know, what's he making under here?
I know. Obviously, I don't think he's insane, but I hadn't considered the mental health aspect of this, and I just don't know what to do. TLDR. Boyfriend spends all of his time digging a tunnel. I'm worried for both his physical and mental health. My question is, why aren't you digging with him? Make it like y'all's together time.
Yeah, get down there and start digging that hole, you know?
She could be that wholesome trad wife with a tray of fucking lemonade walking through the tunnel like, babe, I got you a drink. Oh, thank you, honey. As you take the big... This is a fucking manga plot. This is a fucking manga plot, and holy fucking shit, do I want to draw this. Like, my boyfriend's tunnel and like fucking, moon rune letters.
Yeah.
I hate how much I enjoy this. Like, I really enjoy this guy. Like, what's your hobbies? I dig tunnel. Well, what else do you do? You don't understand. I dig tunnel. I dig deeper.
Like, what I want to know is what he's trying to... Is he trying to create something, or is it literally just to dig a hole? Like, this is the thing. Pay money. She hasn't even asked him. It's like, what's the plan? Are you making a bunker, or are you just trying to make like a really big basement?
I think he's just dwarfing. My man's just dwarfing.
I think there's a high chance of that, if I be honest with you. But yeah, look, I think that's where we're going to end for today. It's not often we get to end these on like good notes, which is really unusual for us, I think.
Base tunnel, bro, being base. That's all I'm saying.
pretty much. I don't know how much we're going to be cutting from this video. There was some stuff that's like YouTube, and the last like like the last time we did one, it got thingy sure. We didn't get a strike, but we got like you best not be doing that one again. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, fine. YouTube,
You best not be doing that again, boy. We think you are funny or something. Like, I think I'm funny.
Exactly. Also, check out the Kickstarter. We haven't talked about that at all this video. Yeah, check out the Kickstarter. It makes Twitter users literally seethe, so that's like something to check out. Anything else? Check out Garbu's channel. Yeah. Garbu says he's fine. You know what? Like, so I've been bullying Garbu about his book, and I got a comment today. Someone's shouting at you about doing your book, right?
Yeah.
Garbu says he's going to do his book, right? He's going to do his tabletop role-playing game, and he says he's not going to do it in print. He's going to sell it as a PDF.
Okay, for fuck's sakes, I'll make a stretch goal be the fucking print version.
Tell Garbu fucking get it sorted, right? It's like, yeah, right, okay, fine. Then you've already got the fucking Google Doc. The Google Doc's free. Anyone can get their hands on the Google Doc. You know what I mean? If you look, you can find the Google Doc. Like, check that shit out. But like, Jesus Christ, get the fucking thing in print. You know what I mean?
Neckbeardia is bullying me.
Yeah, well, like, if you, and I even said to him, like, look, if you need a hand, I can even get it printed. I'll send them out myself, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It means you actually get it done. But the thing is, then you're not going to be able to sign them, and the post is going to be way more expensive because send it from here. Like, I'm going to assume most people are going to buy it are American. You know what I mean? And it's a big book, so I don't know. Like, I think that's where we're going to end it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Yeah.
Well, hold on. One last thing. All right. In the pictures in the chat, another last little good note. Autism be damned. My boy can work a grill.
All those moments will be lost in time.